Dimensions. I guess this is the heaviest song on Lightwork, and it's obviously not that heavy, but maybe the most dark. But I think, and again, it's not particularly dark, I think any story without a bit of what its intense opposite is, it gets a bit saccharine in a way. So Dimensions needed to be in there because it allowed the hope of the record to be juxtaposed with the kind of darkness of trying to work through certain problems. And I guess Dimensions is probably about the awe and the fascination that can sometimes come from substances, whether or not it's alcohol or drugs or work or sex or any sort of addiction. I think it's very easy to have these experiences and then get so wrapped up in the awe of the experiences that you lose the plot in a way. You miss the point of what it is that you're trying to participate in. You know, I remember hearing a quote about some drug where it was like, "Don't surrender to awe." And the song's not necessarily about drugs, but the point of it is more, if you are so fascinated by the experience, I sometimes miss the fundamental truth of what brought that experience about in the first place. And so Dimensions, I guess, is about traversing those psychological pitfalls that come from becoming so fascinated by your own thinking, you know, that you forget what your objectives are. And I think that maybe some of us over the course of the pandemic in the past few years are guilty of having had that experience where you're so drawn in by the drama or the internet, or which is arguably one of the worst drugs ever, right? In my opinion, that you forget that it's like, this is all accoutrement to the act of being a human being and just existing on this plane. And so Dimensions is about that kind of detour. You know, even the lyrics, "I'm a living detour, the ugly coming down," you know. And I think the reason why Dimensions needed to be on the record as well is it sets up the remaining 4 songs by having sort of a fulcrum point between the beginning and the end.